So very good morning to all of you children. In today's session, let's learn about pronoun and its kind. So in today's session, we'll be learning about the first kind of pronoun, that is personal pronouns. So before we move on to the personal pronouns, let's have a short recap on what is a pronoun is. Then we'll move on to the different kinds of pronouns. Okay children? So the last session, we have already learnt about what is a pronoun. Now, Ada, come on, tell me what is a pronoun. Yes, Ada.
A pronoun is a word that stands instead of a noun
Noun.
in order to avoid
Mm.
repeating.
In order to avoid its repetition. Okay. So, a pronoun replaces a noun. A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid its repetition. So, pronoun is a word that stands in place of a noun in order to avoid its repetition. Is that clear to all of you? So instead of repeating the same noun again and again, we can make use of a pronoun in order to avoid its repetition. So we know what is a noun is. A noun is a naming word. It names a person, place, animal, and a thing. So in order to avoid its repetition, that is, instead of naming the same person, the place, the animal, or the thing, we can make use of a pronoun in order to avoid its repetition. So we know what the pronoun is. Now let's move on to, we have already learned about the 7 main or the common pronouns. What are they? Who can give me the answer? Unless we know what is a pronoun is, we can't move on to the different kinds of pronouns. Now who can give me the answer? What are the 7 common or the main pronouns? Jiva, can you? Jiva? No? The video got struck. Joshua, come on. Joshua, can you tell me what are the 7 common pronouns? Which are the 7 common pronouns? It's very easy. These are the 7, unless you know the 7 common pronouns, then it's different forms. Are the object pronouns, possessive pronouns, all the others are its forms. Only you have to know is the 7 basic or the common pronouns. What are they? Joshua. It's quite easy. We can make a table as such. How are we going to make the table? First is I. Okay. Then it is it. Then we'll move on to he, she. Okay. I, it, he, she. Then we'll move on to the plural pronoun. That is we, you, they. Clear to all of you? Let's revise. I, it, he, she. I, it, he, she. No one is opening your mouth and saying it. I, it, he, she. And the plural pronouns are we, you, they. So you have 7 common or the main pronouns. We'll say it once more. I, it, he, she, we, you, they. Okay. So these are the 7 common pronouns. All other pronouns are its form. Okay. So we have these 7 common pronouns are also called as the subject pronouns because these pronouns usually comes in the beginning of a sentence. Beginning means usually comes first in a sentence. So these pronouns, these 7 common pronouns usually comes in the beginning of the sentence. So they are called as the subject pronouns. Clear? Have you understood? And these 7 common pronouns has the other form which is called as the object pronouns. Okay, which is the receiver of the action. This is what we have done in that worksheet 21. Okay, so let's move on to the topic. I'm going to disable the chat box. I don't want anyone to play in it. So we are in pronoun and its kind. I want all of you to open your book to page number 36. Keep your pencils in your hand. So we know that pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. Keep it in your mind, don't forget. A pronoun is a word that replaces. Replaces means used instead of a noun. Clear? Used instead of a noun in order to avoid its repetition. Instead, that is the reason I told you we did this exercise last week. Revi is being repeated again and again. So we made use of the pronoun he and him in order to avoid its repetition. So here the pronouns used are he and him. Have you understood? So we make use of the pronoun in order to avoid its repetition. So noun has been replaced by the pronouns. Okay? Is that clear? If we use the noun again and again, it sounds so awkward, calling your names again and again. Okay, so we make use of the pronoun in order to avoid its repetition. That is the basic thing. To avoid the repetition, again, calling the same name, putting the same name. See a Revi, Revi, Revi everywhere. It sounds so awkward. So we make use of the pronouns he and him. Okay, so I hope that's understood. These are the 7 main pronouns. Learn well. These are the 7 main pronouns. When the slides are being displayed, I wanted all of you to read it, what is being displayed on the slide. It is I, it, you, they, we, she, it, he. Any order you can learn it. Okay? If this order is best, you can learn it by this way. I, it, you, they, we, she, he. Okay? I, it, you, they, he, she, he. We, she, he. Otherwise, we'll move on to the I, it, he, she. These are the singular pronouns, and then we'll move on to the plural pronouns, that is we, they, you. Anyway, whichever is simpler for you. But see that you learn these 7 pronouns by heart. I, it, he, she. These are the singular pronouns, and the plural pronouns are we, they, you. Okay, so we have already learned the use of they are the plural pronoun which are used for more than one person, more than one animals, and more than one things. Okay, so we, when you are included into it, so you make use of the pronoun we. All these are being discussed in the previous class. You is a special pronoun which is used for singular as well as for plural. Okay, when we talk about a girl as well as for many, we make use of the pronoun you. Please do keep all these in mind. Okay, then she, we know, feminine gender, we use the pronoun she. Masculine gender, we use the pronoun he. When you talk about myself, I am a boy, I am a girl, I am a student, I am a teacher. When you talk about animals or non-living or the inanimate things, we use the pronoun it. When we talk about one animal, that is a animal, sorry, when we talk about an animal or an inanimate thing, we make use of the pronoun it. Is that clear? So that's all about the pronoun. So I've already told you these are the 7 common pronouns. These 7 common pronouns has different forms by different names. Okay, these 7 common pronouns usually comes in the first. First means at the beginning of the sentence. So they are called as the subject pronouns. Is that clear to all of you? First learn the 7 pronouns well. I want all of you to memorize these 7 pronouns. Only then we can move on to the different kinds of pronouns. So these are the 7 main pronouns, okay, which are also called as a subject pronouns because these pronouns usually comes first in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so the subjects are the doer of the action. These are the ones who's doing the action. Then the other form is the object pronoun. They are the receiver of the action. So the other form is for I. Keep this as the common or the main pronoun. Then the other form is the object pronoun. They are the receiver of the action. Is that clear? So for I, it is me. For it is he, it is him. She, her. They, them. And we, it is us. Clear? And for you and it is the same you and it here. Is that clear? For you and it is the same. For I, it is me. He, it is him. She, her. We, us, they, them. For you and it is the same. So when you keep this in mind, we'll be able to do this exercise which we have already finished in the last session. I hope you have finished this exercise. Have all of you finished this exercise, children? Did all of you finish this exercise? Only if you know the subject and the object pronoun well, you will be able to do this exercise well. Okay, I hope you have finished. Now let's move on to the different kinds of pronouns. Are you all ready? Ready? All of you take page number 36, worksheet 20. So in today's session, we are going to learn about the different kinds of pronouns. The first kind we are going to learn is all about the personal pronouns. What is that we are going to learn in today's class? Personal pronouns. Now let's learn what is a personal pronoun. Personal pronoun are the pronouns used in place of people, animals, and things. Okay? Used in place of people, animals, and things. Clear? Personal pronouns are pronouns used in place of people, animals, and things. Okay? Now, they are written in 3 persons. These personal pronouns can be written in 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. Okay? So we are learning about what, children? We are learning about the personal pronouns. Personal pronoun stands for person, animals, and things. Okay? So they are written in 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. So first person are the speaker. First person are the speaker. Speaker means who is speaking. Second person, whom are we speaking to? To whom are we speaking to? Third person, about whom we are speaking. About whom we are speaking. Clear? So we are learning about the personal pronouns. Personal pronoun stands for, similarly like the pronouns, it stands for persons, animals, and things. Okay? So it can be written in 3 forms. What are they? First person, second person, third person. What is first person? Is the speaker. Speaker means who is speaking. Who is speaking here? Ma'am is speaking. Okay, so I am the speaker. Clear? Second person is speaking to. Whom I'm speaking to? Hi Parvana, I'm speaking to Parvana. Okay, so Parvana is the second person. Clear? Okay, third person is about whom we are speaking. We are speaking about other. Okay, so other is the third person. Clear? Got it? First, let us learn what are they. Then we'll move on to the rest. So have you understood what are first person, second person, and the third person? First person is ma'am. Ma'am is speaking. Okay, to whom ma'am is speaking to? I can't speak alone. Can I speak alone, children? No. Can I speak alone? No. Okay, that's impossible. Okay, so I'm speaking to Parvana. So Parvana is the second person. So I am the first person. So Parvana is the second person. Second person are you and yours. And about whom are we speaking is a third person. That is he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs, it, its. Clear? I hope it's clear. No? So ma'am is the first person, that is I. You is the second person, that is Parvana. I'm speaking to Parvana. Okay? About whom are we speaking? Maybe it can be one person, about a boy, or it can be about a girl, or it can be about a group of person, or it can be about something. Okay? About an apple, or it can be about some things. So all those are third person. Clear to all of you? Clear? Okay? Is this part very clear to all of you? So we have now pronouns is very clear, I suppose. We are moving on to the different kinds of pronoun. So in today's session, we are learning about the personal pronoun. Under the personal pronouns, we know personal pronoun stands for persons, animals, and things. Clear? It can be written in three forms. What are they? First person, second person, third person. First person is I. Second person is you. That is to, I'm speaking to. The person whom I'm speaking to. Okay? That is the second person. About whom are we speaking? Is the third person. For example, I'll tell you, ma'am is the speaker. I am speaking. I'm speaking to Jiva. Okay, so Jiva is the second person. We are speaking about, it can be about Anika, it can be about Niranjan, or it can be about all of you, or it can be about things. Okay, so third person is he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, their, they, them, their, and it and its. Clear? Clear? Okay, now let's move on. I hope so. The first person, the second person, and the third person is very clear to all of you. Now let's move on to. Now let's learn what are first person. First person is I, me, and mine. I showed you the table. I is a subject pronoun. The other forms are for I, it is me and mine. Clear? And the plural form for I, it is we. So we, us, us. I'll show you the table. Didn't you see the table? This is what the table is. All of you look at this table. This is the main pronoun. This main pronoun has different forms. Object pronoun and possessive pronoun. So these are the first person. I, me, mine are the first person. These are the first person. And the plural form of it is we, us, ours. These are the first person. Clear? First person is clear? I, me, mine. Unless you open your mouth and say it, children, you're not going to learn. All of you open your mouth and say, even if I could not hear you, I can read your lips. I, me, mine. It is clearly given in your book. I, me, mine. I have written it in a table form. What is it? I, me, mine. What it is? I've made into a table. So I are the subject pronouns. These are the object pronouns. And these are the possessive pronouns. So for all subject pronouns, we have the different forms. So I, me, mine. We, us, us. Is that clear? I, me, mine are the singular. We, us, ours are the plural. Clear? Now we'll move on to the second person. Second person is you and yours. Okay, let's move on to you and yours. See, I've told you you. You. This other form is also you and yours. So this is the second person. Second person is to whom we are speaking to. Okay? Then all the rest are the third person. About whom are we speaking is the third person. About whom. Is that clear? About whom. It can be about a boy, it can be about a girl, or it can be about a group of children, or it can be about any things or animals. So, he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs, it, that is the other form is also it and its. So look into your book very carefully. It is clearly given into you, given in your book. Okay. So have you learnt about the three different forms? These are the third person. Before we meet for the next session, I wanted all of you to learn this table thoroughly. Okay, so I, me, mine, we, us, ours are the first person. They are the speaker. To whom I'm speaking to, that is you and yours are the second person. About what are we speaking? About whom are we speaking? That is the third person. Okay, clear? So who can give me first person? Come on, tell me. Who's first person? Abigail. What are first person?
I,
Yes,
me,
I,
I,
I, me,
mine,
mine. That is singular.
me,
Singular means one. Plural form of I, me, mine is what?
we,
We, us,
ours.
us. Okay, very good, Abigail. Now, who can give me the second person? Second person is quite easy. Janisa, come on, tell me. Second person.
You, yours.
Yes, very good, Janisa. Very good. Third person, who can give me? Yes, Anika. Third person. Come on, tell me. Third person.
Him, his, she,
Ah, say one by one. We'll talk about the feminine gender first. So she, okay, we'll first. She,
her,
her,
hers.
hers.
His.
Okay, then masculine gender. What is that? He,
He, him,
him, his. Okay,
his.
then we'll move on to the plural. They,
They,
them,
them, theirs.
theirs. Then we'll move on to the it. It and its. Clear? We'll say it once more, all of you. Okay, Anika, good. We'll say it once more, Anika. Come on. He,
He,
him,
him,
his.
his.
She,
He,
her,
her,
hers.
hers.
Okay? They,
Them,
them,
they.
theirs. It,
It,
its. Okay, clear? So these are the third person. About whom are we speaking? Clear? Okay, children? Now let's move on to the exercise part of it. Exercise is not given in your book. This is just we have to know what is a personal pronoun is. So let's do an exercise to just to know what is a personal pronouns are. So here is an exercise for you children. It is not in your book. Okay, so here what we have to do is we have to underline the pronouns and state whether it is first person, second person, or the third person. Are you all ready? Okay,
yes,
can we do it?
yes.
Yes, okay then. So Meenakshi, come on, start. Read the first question. Meenakshi Anu.
Meenakshi Anu.
Yes, could you hear me, Meenakshi?
Lion
Yes, yes. Mm,
are
mm. Lions are the first question, Meenakshi. Mm,
lions are
mm. Royal.
royal
Come on, read
animal.
the question. You could not. They are called.
Royal animal. They
Mm,
are
mm.
choose called
They are called the king of the jungle. Okay, lions are royal animals. They are called the king of the jungle. Now, Meenakshi Anu, pick out the pronoun from the sentence.
Ma'am, I am going to next device. Can you join me?
Ah, yes, that I'll do it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Ashiga, come on, Ashiga. Ashiga, come on. Do the first one. So we have already read the question. Now pick out the pronoun from the sentence. Ashiga, can you unmute it? Ashiga, are you there? Yes, come on, children, fast, quickly. You're not able to unmute it? I couldn't hear you. Okay, Sarah Thomas, come on, Sarah. Unmute it quickly and do it. Yes,
Ma'am,
lions are royal animals.
they they are called the king of the jungle.
Okay, so pick out the pronoun from the sentence.
They
They, very good. They, then. Which, what person it is? They it is.
animal.
No, they stands for which person? What person?
Theirs.
No, I'm asking you, they stands for, is it for the first person, second person, or the third person? Sarah. They stands for? They stands for?
Third person.
Yes. Yes, they. When we are speaking, about whom are we speaking? That is they. So they is which person? Who can give me the answer? Devaj, come on, Devaj.
Third person.
Third person, very good. They is the third person. They is the third person about whom are we speaking. Is that clear? So they. So they means about whom are we speaking. Very good. Now, Ishan Bibin, come on. Do the next one for me. Do the second question. Come on, children, read quickly. I like the cakes, Ishan.
I like the cakes made by
By mother. I like
mother.
the cakes made by mother. So, now come on, pick out the pronoun from the sentence. Ishan?
Yes.
Yes. Is there any pronoun on the sentence?
Yes.
Yes. Now, come on. I like the cakes made by mother. Now, pick out the pronoun. Which is the pronoun here used?
The
How come? Pronouns are just now we learned about the 7 main pronouns. So which is the pronoun? I, yes, I is the pronoun. What person? I stands for what person? Is it for the first person, second person, or the third person? I. I means what? Ishan, you're not listening? I stands for? I means what? I. Who's the speaker of the action? Speaker. So that is the I. So I is stands for which person? Stands for first person, Ishan.
first.
Okay. I and we are the first person. And the other forms are the I's different form is I, me, and I. We have already learned the different form of us. Okay. I, me, mine. We, us. Okay. So I is a first person. Okay. Stanny, come on, Stanny. Come on, do the third question. Children, there are only 3 persons. First person, second person, third person. First person is the speaker. Second person is whom is we are speaking to. Okay, and the third person, about whom are we speaking? I've showed you here. Okay, so please do keep it in your mind. I is the first person, you is the second person, and all the other rest. That is he, him, he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs, and it and its are the third person. Okay, come on. Stenny, come on, do the next one, third question.
You are such a soft spoken person.
Okay, now pick out the pronoun from the sentence.
You.
You, very good. What person?
Second person.
Very good, Stenny. Second person. Now I want Anjita to do the next one for me. Anjita, come on, do the fourth question.
Ma'am,
Yes, read the fourth question.
they
Their house is spacious. Then,
yes, it is so beautiful
yes, it
and
is so beautiful and well kept. So, pick out the pronoun from the sentence.
there
There, yes. Is there any other pronoun in the sentence?
It.
It, yes. And those two pronouns stands for which person? Stands for both of the pronouns, that is there and it stands for
Third person.
third person. Very good. Stands for third person. Okay. Now we'll do one more. Niranjan, come on, Niranjan. Do the next one. Louder.
We are going to the
Mm.
Golden Temple.
Temple, yes. Pick out the pronoun from the sentence.
We.
What is that?
We.
We, very good, we. So, what it stands for which person?
First.
We, very good, first person. Very good, okay. Now, Meenakshi, TS, come on, do the next one, sixth question.
My mother cooks
Mm.
delicious food for us.
Yes, okay. My mother cooks delicious food for us. Okay, then.
Us.
Us, only us. Okay, not my mother. It is my mother cooks delicious food for us. Us. So, what stands for which person?
First.
Very good, first person. It stands for first person. Clear? Clear to all? Okay, then. Yes, Abigail. Come on, Abigail. Do the next one. Abigail. She makes Mm.
special
Mm.
food for
Anik.
Anik every day.
So,
She
yes, she makes special food for Anik every day. So she, it stands for third person. Very good. Yes, very good, Abigail. Yes. Now I'll move on to the next person. Ihan, come on, Ihan. Do the next one.
Ma'am,
Mm.
you should maintain
Mm.
a
Mm.
col-
Collection.
collection of old
Mm.
st-
Stamps.
stamps.
Okay, come on, tell me. You should
You,
maintain a collection of old stamps. So, you, very good. It stands for which person?
stands for second person.
Very good, second person. It stands for second person. There is no such exercise in your book, children. It is just to know what is a personal pronoun is. Okay? Okay, Adar, come on. Do the next one.
I joined.
Mm.
I joined school on the first day of the new session.
Session. Yes. So, I, yes, it stands for. I
First
stands for
person.
first person. Yes, it's clear. I means I and we is first person. You is second person. He, she, it, and they stands for the third person and their different forms. That's all.
Ma'am, your sound is breaking.
My sound is breaking.
Yes.
Okay.
No, ma'am. I think my network problem.
That sometimes is breaking. Now it's not breaking.
Okay, who's that talking there, please?
Ihan.
Yes. Now, Devij, come on, Devij, do the next one for me, the last one. So, with that, we'll wind up today's session.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Devij, come on.
Cows
Cows
are
Mm.
herbivores.
Yes.
They eat grass, leaves, and vegetables.
Okay, so
They.
they, very good. It stands for.
Third
Based
person.
third person. Very good. So I hope you have understood what is first person, second person, and third person. That is all about the personal pronouns. Okay, children. So we have come to the end of today's session. Okay. So I wanted all of you to go through the page number 36. The notes will be sent to you. Okay, children. Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, children. Bye.